Hiya guys, how are you today? And welcome to episode 4 of my last 2 career modes. So yeah, last race in China. Not the best race for me, but go check it out if you haven't seen it yet. And now it's time for the Bahrain Grand Prix. So here we are guys, in Bahrain for the Bahrain Grand Prix. Of course it's a day race still at the moment, not a night race like it is since 2014. And of course, as always, going to be starting from the back of the grid. Our objective is to finish 23rd, but never mind that. And now let's look at the starting grid for this week's Grand Prix. So pole position was taken by Spaniard Fernando Alonso in his Ferrari. Another pole position for him. While championship leader Mark Webber's in P2. It was a good day for Schumacher and Perez in 3rd and 4th, while a difficult day for Vettel and Hamilton and Button. A bit lower down the grid, Kobayashi managed P8 and Massa and Raikkonen ended the top 10. It was a poor day for Rosberg and Grosjean in the lower part of the grid, and a terrible day for Bruno Senna, only in P18. Strategy rise, we've learnt our lessons, and this time we are going to start on the option tyre and pit on lap 12 of a 29 lap race. And now it's time for the Bahrain Grand Prix. So guys, here we are on the grid in Bahrain with Fernando Alonso sitting on pole, our teammate in P22 and us in P24, and it's time to see what we can do. And anyway, we had a tough time in China, but let's see what we can do in Bahrain, and the lights are about to go out, and let's go, go, go! Here in Bahrain, of course we have another difficult start with a lack of curves. But we know about that, there's no point talking about that as we head down towards turn 1. Which way are we going to go? We're going to go towards the outside. We get past our teammate, we get past a few people in P22 now. Charles Pic there had a look around there, but we get past and we touch Senna there. I think there's a car who went off the track there, and now we're battling with Charles Pic and Bruno Senna as we go up towards turn 4, I believe. We're in turn 3. And now we go around the outside with so many people. We're P16, we get a good run out of there, going past Kimi Raikkonen, P14. And now we're dealing with John O'Kvern and Roman Grosjean. That's our next battle here. Anyway, we're going to have a look now up the inside for the hairpin of both these guys. We get past Vern, we touch Grosjean, but Vern does a switchback, and now we're in a French sandwich with the baguette. As we go up to what is the toughest part of this track, we get past Grosjean, and Vern has been forced to the outside, sort of understeered into him. We don't get a penalty, thankfully. We understeered into Vern there, sorry about that, a bit dirty by me, not much I could do. And he goes off the track, and now we're in P12. Not a bad position to be in the HRT. As we now chase after Nico Rosberg, who's battling with Force India. But you can see there's already quite a big gap towards him, but I am going to do my utmost to try to catch up to him in this race and get some more positions, see if we can repeat on the Malaysian Grand Prix maybe. Then Roman Grosjean's right up our trumpet here. Really having to battle with him. He heads down. We're gonna hopefully we manage to outbrake him going into the final corner. The shoots are quite difficult on occasion. Very easy to slide wide on some of these corners, so we get a very good exit there. And I don't think we're gonna have to worry about Roman Grosjean on the straight anyway. As we head on to lap 2 of the Bahrain Grand Prix, heading down towards turn 1. Also, this is an area where they can be quite slow, especially when the AI are battling. They hold each other up around it, and you can make some good gains, but nothing much happened there. And we continue to chase Nico Rosberg, and we move on later in this lap. This is where I say it's the hard part of the track. We have really caught up to Nico Rosberg. We maybe lose out a bit in that part of the track, going down this long straight towards the end of the second sector, and he's really now battling with the Force India or pull the rest ahead of him, and this allows us to keep up. Now I have to be honest, if we say one thing on Codemasters, is the replay cameras on the game so awesome. As we can see here, we chase through the far section of the track, now going onto the long straight, penultimate long straight. We do slide a bit wide there, but it's not too bad, and Roman Grosjean is also right behind us. This is 4 cars battling here. It's pretty awesome racing that I'm able to show you guys today. Now the final corner, hopefully we're not going to go too wide this time. No, we managed it pretty well. It's only lap 2 at the moment, so there's no DRS. And Grosjean might try to make a move if he gets into our slipstream. but we'll also try to do something with Nico Rosberg and pull the rest ahead of us. If we go into turn 1, Grosjean try to have a look, nothing happened. We do give Nico Rosberg a slight touch up the backside there, but that sounded wrong, but whatever. And now we're going down another long straight, and we get alongside Nico Rosberg wheel to wheel, and it looks like we may be able to even outbrake him going into this turn. We haven't been able to do a pull the rest, but we have got a really good run on him through the left right area here, and we do the classic left right on him, the switchback move, and we're able to get past him. And I think you'll find, guys, we're now in a better position. We might be now in P10, and you can't complain about that. A point in the HRT, of course, if we can hold this position. But again, this is the hardest part of the track. I slid wide here, which means that pull the rest is going to have a slight run on us going on to the next turn here in P10 in Bahrain. But it looks like we've covered him off, and we're going to be okay. We have a much better run through there this time, and hopefully we're going to be able to get a race on Paul di Resta. We're now going to lap 4, and Nico Rosberg is flying past us. He has to overtake di Resta, but he's really gone past us with the DRS. Nothing I can do about that. We break down and try to get a run on him into the next big corner. We have to get a good exit through here, which we really do this time. We're going to Rich Mix 3, most powerful engine setting, and we hope we can make a good go at it in this corner. We dive up the inside of Nico Rosberg, a bit like Hamilton did in 2014. I think it was a tiny bit dirty, that move, but not too bad, and we're back into P10 to get a point here in the Bahrain Grand Prix, exactly what we wanted to get. We head down towards the hairpin. He did try to have another look there, but I think we covered it off. And yeah, guys, we're in P10 again. Now lap 5, and Nico Rosberg has actually got past us on this straight. But what that does mean is that we're going to be able to get DRS. We don't have the best exit through there. Our line is a bit compromised because he was on that inside. But hopefully with DRS we'll be able to get the position back. DRS wide open. We still our fastest lap of the race so far. Hulkenberg's still now quite far behind us, so only Nico Rosberg, so we're battling. And yeah, we do try to have a look up the inside there, but we're not aggressive enough. I don't think we want to be aggressive, to be honest. And yeah, that's all we can do there. But now we have to have a look in this corner, but I think we're too far back. We didn't have the best exit onto the straight. And yeah, we tried to brake late, tried to do something, but we outbrake ourselves. And we go very, very wide there. And that's going to cause us to maybe lose this P10. But you can see the other guys in this race aren't so far behind, so we do have some pace. We're just battling a lot. And I can see a Sauber there, and I believe Red Bull. So if we can stick with Nico Rosberg for a couple of laps, they'll start battling, and we might be able to get some good positions here. Be pretty cool. Again, we managed that one quite well. Now on lap 8. In the first sector, Nico Rosberg hasn't got too far ahead, and he's now battling there. And so look at that, Sebastian Vettel is so close to us now on track. Imagine if we could overtake him as we now go through the left and right and left again. Section of this track, a really fun section. We're really pushing hard, maybe cutting the corner slightly there. Breaking down for the hairpin, we get a really good run through the hairpin, keeping to the racing line, although we do lose a lot of traction there as we go to the curve on the exit, and that's really going to screw over our tyre. But thankfully we're able to keep up, although we do slide wide here again. We lose a lot of time here in the middle sector, but hopefully we can stick with Nico Rosberg just about. That has to be the aim. And now this is probably my favourite part, one of my favourite parts of the circuit. Really nice bit. I did slide wide there again. Look at that, Nico Rosberg and Sebastian Vettel and even off going wheel to wheel. So damn close. And we might be able to make a move at some point soon. We have to go get a good exit here. At the moment, we're going to be in the DRS zone and within DRS range, but we have to see what happens. And they go wheel to wheel again, so they're going to lose so much time. And if we can get a good exit here, we may be able to get them down the straight. And yeah, look at that. Look how much time we've gained going down there. I don't know if we're going to be on DRS. It looks like we're not. We won't. Within 1 second at the DRS zone where they see how far behind you are. But Rosberg has got a Sebastian Vettel. And we're now going to make an opportunistic move up the inside of Sebastian Vettel. And we get P10 back. Yes, come on guys, let's go. We get P10. And now we have to fight to get P9 from Nico Rosberg. I don't know if we're going to get it. And to be honest, P10, I'm happy with P10. but P9 would be even nicer. But I probably shouldn't push too hard. I should focus on keeping Sebastian Vettel behind us for the rest of this race. But we are keeping up with Nico Rosberg at this point of the race, which is pretty good. If we go through the hairpin a little bit wide, but at least we don't lose the car on the exit here. That is the main thing. And of course Rosberg is going to be pushing, but he's another car ahead of him. We do overshoot the corner there, sadly. Not the best there. And we lose a lot of time to Nico Rosberg. Anyway, lap 11. This is a lap for our in-lap. But we know all these cars, most of these cars are going to pit on lap 12. And if we're going to have a chance of keeping ahead of these guys, we're going to have to do an undercut. If we're not going to be blocked in the pit lane. And yeah, so we're going to come in now a lap early. And then have to have a crazy outlap to try to stay ahead of these guys. So as we come into the pit lane here, now obviously going on to lap 12. And I tell you something, the HRT guys here have to do something good. I'll buy them all the beer if this is a good pit stop. And it was a decent pit stop, and now we have to have a monster of an outlap. If we're going to stay ahead of the Red Bull, the Sebastian Vettel. He's in the best car, we're in the worst. As we know. So, just have a decent team one, don't lose traction. Anyway, heading down the main straight as all the cars coming out the pit lane. We did see one car there. But look, that's Sebastian Vettel. Is he slightly ahead of us? It's wheel to wheel into turn 1. And we have the outside line which turns into the inside. And better traction, and we get the position. Yes, come on, and now we're ahead of Sebastian Vettel. And all we have to do is do what we were doing in the first part of the race. And we'll beat a Red Bull, legitimately. On pace. Now that would be cool. We are on P12 at the moment because some people haven't made a pit stop yet, including some runners on the prime tyre. And we won't know for a couple of laps what position we're really in. But right now we can celebrate because we're ahead of Sebastian Vettel. Not too bad. And now lap 19. We are in P10, but look at that, Sebastian Vettel's attacking us. And I believe it was that Bruno Senna and this Williams attacking us, but we managed to defend from them both. And look at that, Roman Grosjean is in P24. He was battling with us earlier. But he's in P24. And we're going to lap a Lotus. That's ridiculous, guys, to be honest. Not sure what's happening with him. But we're not going to complain. And we're in P10. We actually lap a car that should be ahead of us. Haven't got a clue what's going on here, guys. Bit of a crazy race going on. But oh well. I ain't complaining. We're going to the hairpin again. Another decent run through there. Now going up towards what is the toughest part of the track. We actually skip a bit later into lap 19. Going on to lap 20. And yeah, Vettel is having another really good run on us there. And I believe Senna. We are going to be able to outbrake Senna. But unfortunately, here at least, we're not able to get Vettel because we weren't able to dive into the inside because where Senna was. And we're now going to have to get the run here. But I don't think we had the best of runs through there. And Vettel has been able to get away a tiny bit. And hopefully we can dive up the inside here. Are we going to have a look? We do have a look, but it's not quite good enough. He's able to defend from us. And it looks like, guys, unless we can do something here, we're going to lose our P10 and not come in the points. We're pushing so hard through here. You can really see going a little bit wide, maybe even. Pushing too hard, losing the back end. But yeah, Vettel is still ahead of us, guys, sadly. Bit annoying. And we now have to try to get this position back, or at least defend our P11. Because P11 would be quite good in this car. I would be quite happy with that, to be honest. You know, because we're trying to impress our other teams. So even if we don't get points, you know, we're doing pretty well in the HRT. And again, we slide wide there. We shouldn't be sliding wide quite yet. We might regret doing a pit stop a lap early. But I think that was a good strategy because we did manage to stay ahead of Sebastian Vettel. Which is, of course, the main thing we have to do. And I think we have lost a lot of time to the Red Bull, Sebastian Vettel. Of course, he is in the best car. He had so much more downforce. And now Bruno Senna is having a look at us. But we hold him off going into this corner. And now we have to get a good run onto the straight. Which we don't really do, to be honest. We go very wide. And we're going to be under a lot of pressure going down the pit straight, the start finish straight. He's half a second behind us, but look at that, he's got such a good run. Really struggling there, he goes around the outside, but we're able to outbrake him. Going to turn 1, and yes, we get the apex. And we've held position just about on lap 21 here of the Bahrain Grand Prix. We're not going to get points unless somebody retires or something. Anyway, now lap 22. Is Kimi Raikkonen now behind us? And that's a worry because he is in a faster car. Bit annoying there. But we defended from Vettel, so there's no reason why we can't defend from Kimi Raikkonen. As we now go towards what is the toughest bit of this track, as I've said before. We are very conservative under braking it, we still go wide. And we accelerate too much on the curve and we actually go wide and we go into the wall. No damage, but Kimi Raikkonen has overtaken us. I don't know if he touched us or if we just lost traction, but either way we made a pretty fundamental mistake there and we lost that position. Bit of a shame. And we're now only in P11. Bit of a shame because I believe somebody must have retired or something. Yes, somebody did retire, so we were back in P10. But with Raikkonen now overtaking us, we were back in P11. Not great here on lap 22. Bit of a shame. And now we have to focus on the guys behind us, I guess. Anyway, lap 28 and the rest is having a go at us. But we're able to hold position here. As we go onto the straight as we're about to start lap 29. The good news here is that we're going to have DRS. We are very marginal on fuel as well, which could be a bit of a fundamental issue as well. We don't want to run out of fuel like we did in Malaysia. Sorry about the spoilers there. But yeah. Right now we have to focus on holding P11 and pray like mad. Pray that somebody ahead of us still retires. 2 people already retired from this race. Somebody else has to if we're going to get points though. But right now let's keep our P11 because that's still a pretty good result. We do go slightly wide there, but we generally keep the racing line. As Fernando Alonso in his Ferrari, the Spanish Fernando Alonso has won the Bahrain Grand Prix. Haven't got a clue who's come second. Nobody's lapped us or anything, thankfully, unlike in previous races. While Hamilton has set the fastest lap of the race, we should be happy with. We're nowhere near setting our lap time with all the defending we're having to do in basically every corner. We're not able to push too hard and we're having bad exits because we're not on the optimum racing line. Bit annoying. But yeah, a bit late on lap 29. Now coming towards the end of the second sector, we are basically going slowly backing him up. Might not be the best strategy, but what we're doing now, we had a good exit off there. And now, only 2 more corners to go. We're going a bit faster than we did on the previous lap. I don't know how we did on the previous lap. We lost so much time to Raikkonen, so much time that it's 23 seconds ahead of us. That's a ridiculous amount. And look at that, the rest does have a go because we try full the string. We try the same thing as last time to try to hit DRS on the straight, but it doesn't go well. And we lost lots of positions, and the rest is overtaking us. Ricardo's overtaken us on his option tyres, and Maldonado overtook us and become P14. Yes, our driver there rightly celebrates, and he's right to celebrate. It's a good result, but not what it could have been. And that's what we have to focus on. We have to be sad about this, I reckon. And yet we come in P14. But some silly mistakes there really hindered us, and we could have come in P10 or P9. But yeah, we have to now think about the general race results. And Fernando Alonso won this race, beating the McLaren pairing of Lewis Hamilton and Jenson Button. With Schumacher 4th and Massa doing well to come 5th. Perez and Kobayashi did well for the Sauber team, while Vettel and Raikkonen struggled in P9 and P10, mainly because they were stuck behind us for so long. While we are in P14 and our teammates in P19, not bad. And you can see our fastest lap was so much faster than the fastest lap of the Petro de Rosa, our teammate. It's showing, okay, and there you go, the Drivers' Championship, and Fernando Alonso leads by 1 point from Jenson Button and 6 points from Lewis Hamilton, while Mark Webber has lost his grip here a little bit. He was championship leader, but he's not anymore, and he's only in P4, while we're in P15, which is pretty good. That's the minimum where I want to be honest. Try to stay ahead of Hulkenberg and all these other guys there, and see what happens. Constructors wise, McLaren have taken a good lead in the championship, now up to 38 points, with us in the HRT team in P9. So yeah, there you go guys, that was the Bahrain Grand Prix, and I'll see you guys next time for the Spanish Grand Prix in another episode of the last 2 career mode. Please leave a like. If you really enjoyed this video and you want to see more videos like this and other types of videos, please subscribe to my channel. If you have anything to say in the comments, please leave a comment in the comment section down below. Also, go and check out the videos that should be on screen right now, and come and follow me on Twitter, BigGaming342, and Facebook, BigGaming342, and I'll see you guys very, very soon. Goodbye.